from Nikki Say Now, and I'm back with another video, guys. This is a special one. As you guys know, I told you guys that I'm gonna bring guests to my podcast, Simply Tea Time, and I have a special guest here today. His name is Dale Phillips, and he's an entrepreneur and a business owner. He is the owner of Black Gambit.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Black bit.
Yes. But I still have my YouTube channel, Nikki Say It Now. So go check out my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the hit the notification bell for both of my channels, Simply Tea Time and Nikki Say It Now. And make sure you guys go check out Black Gambit. I just want to hear the story behind this business and all that stuff. Today he is drinking. You're drinking whiskey.
I am drinking Daniels
And
rye
so you're drinking
whiskey.
it. You're drinking just on the rocks.
Yes.
Okay. And I am drinking coffee this time. Last time, I do apologize. I was hydrating myself, guys, and I was drinking H2O. But today I'm gonna be drinking coffee on my mug, and it says Rise and Shine on it. And this is the coffee that I am drinking, guys.
Cool.
It is the Maxwell House. I love this kind of coffee. This is a really good instant coffee. So you guys go check it out. I don't have to put any sugar in it or anything. But I will be drinking exotic coffee for you guys. Okay. Last time I was talking about actually Dale, last time I was talking about what was I talking about? Betrayal within a relationship and a friendship. So I do talk about personal topics, but I was also, I think, mentioning that Coming to America 2 just came out last Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Everybody was watching it. All my friends were watching it. Yes.
It has a lot of mixed views on it, and I
Uh,
understand. It's been years since that movie came out, and now here's the sequel, and so many things has happened since then, and lives have changed. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God. Have you watched it though?
I have not watched it yet.
Oh
I
my
can't wait to watch
gosh. I watched a
it.
little bit of it, but I'm gonna watch the. I did a actually did a reaction video on Coming to America 2 trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a reaction video. So I told my viewers I was gonna watch the whole movie, but I will soon. So Black Gambit. So tell me when you started the business and what was your inspiration behind it?
I started Black Gambit maybe late 2018. I kind
2018.
of
Mm-hmm.
I was I was I was inspired by being a voice a for a particular group of POCs.
Okay.
Um
POC is
uh People of color.
okay. Okay.
hmm Um and so I seen that it was very few brands that kind of represent or have that aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
in our culture, and so I wanted to be one of the ones to bring that.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And I did go on to your shop origin, the one that you posted, the link you posted on Instagram. We're going to try to find the website and pop it up right now. I went to shop origin and I was gonna actually order your mug since I do Simply Tea Time. but
Yeah.
like but I was making sure and confirming this interview and all that stuff, but I will be ordering that mug from you. But I've noticed a lot of Native American designs on your clothing.
Mm.
So
Well, those
is there
um
native if you don't mind me asking, is there Native American? Do you have like Native American background in you, or
Yes,
Okay,
I do. However, I will say Shop originally is a partner. So what they asked me to do was kind of sell my merch from their site as
mm-hmm.
well.
Okay,
They just wanted to get everyone from their network and kind of bring us all under one umbrella.
okay.
Yeah. So it's a partner deal.
Okay. So Shop Origin is a partnered with you, but then you mentioned to me that you're making your own website.
Yes. It will be on Etsy.com, and the
Okay.
name you will go under is The Black Gambit.
The Black Gambit. Okay,
Yes.
cool. And I am going to actually share the screen and pop it up right now. The Shop Origin one is not popping up for me.
Yes.
Uh,
It's currently being worked on.
okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the Etsy website and where you can purchase his merch. So this is the pictures that I have. So this is the Etsy website, and he is wearing one of the hoodies right now for his brand. And you could I'll I'll actually put it in the description below when I do post this video, all of this link, if you're interested. We do actually need a lot of, because me by being a minority, there's a lot of, I talked about this on my podcast as well. And it's an honor to have you to be my guest, because I do talk about um, cultural discrimination, racial discrimination. Right now, actually, a lot of Asian Americans are talking about this. This happened before I mean, when the corona started, but it's resurfacing again. It's really sad, and I tell my viewers this, that like I'm very heartbroken that they've been harassing a lot of these Asians because they think we are the start of the coronavirus, and it's
Yeah.
really really wrong to be outcasting us because of that, when they don't really have no prior knowledge about the coronavirus itself. So a lot of these Asian Americans that I
Mhm.
know of, like I watched Bart and Geo, Bart and Geo, they're vloggers, and Bart, their husband and wife, Bart actually said something on his Instagram about how he is enraged about this situation of these Asian Americans, or these, not even these Asian Americans, these elderly Asian people getting harassed in public because, you know, and
Wow.
for you to represent not only African Americans out there, a lot of minorities are getting treated the same way as well, and we all of us feel outcasted in some sort of way. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And especially what happened in the George Floyd situation, and the whole rioting and the protesting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I really like your branding and your designs. That just represents a lot
Thank you.
to
Thank
the
you. I'm actually on
minorities.
the story about one of the T-shirts I made during the summer of 2020. Was a lot of riots and protesting going on here
Yeah.
in Chicago, downtown, and I was actually out there during those riots.
Hmm.
Craziest night ever.
Yeah.
Um, so from like three o'clock to like 5 o'clock, is protesting and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Everybody has signs and everything, and then as soon as like 6 o'clock hits, um, that's when glasses being broken and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually have a shirt made for that time span, which is on Shop originally.
Shop originally. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what did do you what? Okay. So do you guys? I mean, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Do you design your own shirts? Are you
Yes. I
so?
design my own.
Okay. So you're the artist behind the shirts.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So oh my God, you're an artist too. You draw or you do
Yes.
graphic designing, right? Oh,
Yes.
that's nice. Wow. So when did you get into drawing and art and everything?
Drawing I really picked up when I was a kid. I always drew like Pokemon and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then it kind of surfaced around 2014. I had a t-shirt brand then, um, which I released in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That did well, and then I dissolved that brand, and then I just taught myself how to graphic design, and I started the Black Gambit.
Oh, so you taught yourself graphic designing.
Yes.
Wow. How long did that take you to do the graphic designing?
um, it took me about a couple months.
A couple of months. Ooh. Was it hard in the beginning?
Yeah, it was hard. Um, but
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I think I used a lot of context clues, so I kind of caught on quick to a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I wish I could pop the image right now. So is there a commercial for your business coming soon? Are we expecting something like a huge a huge commercial to advertise your your um your
Great
merch?
question. I know a photo shoot is coming soon.
A photo
That's
shoot.
one.
Okay.
I do plan on doing a commercial for sure. I don't know when it'll happen. I would love it to happen during the summer, because then I will have more merch of out for people. So yeah, um,
Yes,
maybe
that would be sick. That would be sick.
um, I
Hmm.
will say I do have a LGBTQ shirt coming out soon, and I have one for Juneteenth. So those are two of the projects I'm working on now, while these are selling.
Okay. So so these are these are sold on Etsy, and there are hoodies as well as I I checked out the website. So there's women's clothing, accessories,
Hmm.
home accessories.
Hmm.
So you guys have a lot to choose from. Not I like how there's variety because sometimes I just don't like shopping for just clothes. I like to shop for like home accessories, especially when I'm a
That's cool.
YouTuber, building up my studio. Soon you're gonna be seeing soundboards in the back and everything. So like right now I'm in a look at not for clothes but just for home accessories. I
Okay.
noticed on your Instagram story you have a keychain of
Yes.
Black Gambit. So he
Yeah.
has keychains as well, guys. Let me turn this light on real quick so I can remember. Yeah. Um.
These are
Yeah,
keychains, if
that's
you can
the
see that.
keychains for Black Gambit, and you also could find that in Shop Origin, right?
You will only be able to find these with the hoodies.
Oh, with the
So these are on
hoodies.
Etsy. Yes, these come with the hoodies.
Oh, like you're giving them away.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
That
that is
package deal.
such a great idea. Yes, yes, yes. That's what a lot of people do. They do get gift with purchases. A
Yes.
lot of people love that. I used to work in sales, and we used to always do gift with purchases. We always had to get gift after purchase. So,
Mm.
like you say that you're a Native American, but I've seen like a lot of your merch saying Redskins, like the
Uh,
tribal. There's ones that says Redskins. So, if you don't mind me asking, what tribe do you necessarily belong to?
uh, that's a great question. Let me
Because you mentioned
reiterate.
two different tribes on your merch.
Oh, you're referring to the shop originally.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. That's a friend of mine named name Ashley. So she runs the shop, Rich Originally brand. Um, so she designed those. I just want to put that out there. I
Oh,
only
okay.
designed the Black Gambit merch.
Oh, the Black Gambit merch is. Oh, so a lot of the designs, like the Native American designs, is hers.
Yes,
So
yes.
what's her name again?
That's all hers. Her name is Ashley.
Oh, Ashley. She designed those
Yeah,
herself.
yes,
That's so cool, and you collabed with her and everything. So
yes.
the Black Gambit. Tell me about your how you came up with your font, came up with your style of font, um, and everything.
Um, how did I come up with my font? Um, because I wanted to speak to a certain group of people. Those that feel like they have probably been outcasted, or
Hmm.
um, those that feel like they're misunderstood, or trying to find their way, or just
Yeah.
trying to find their circle, their group of people.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of wanted to create a font, or get a font that's more so really grunge, um, be because it reminds me of something that kind of shakes the tables, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that message. I really love that message because
Thank you.
there are a lot of people being outcasted, especially people who do are adolescents that go to high school and they're experiencing a lot of changes. So, were you like that in high school, where you felt like you were being outcasted?
Definitely, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I would get picked on and talked about, pants. Okay.
You were
Um,
passed?
yes,
Okay.
multiple times. It was crazy.
Whoa. I can't believe children still do that. Especially when you're like on the bars or whatever. And they just,
Yes, yes. It was
yeah.
terrible.
There's a
Oh,
lot of times where yeah, they do get outcasted, especially, I'm so glad that you're doing something for the LGBT community, because there's a lot of
definitely. Love those
adolescents.
guys and
Yeah,
girls.
yeah, a lot of the adolescents, they're like either they're in the closet, not just adolescents, adults as well, that they're like in the closet and they can't really express themselves, or they feel like it's not okay
Yeah.
to to you know be attracted to what are they attracted to, or be
Mhm.
who they are. And so I love how you're going to have that. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that merch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I have a few friends that identify as so, and even if you're a heterosexual person, depending on the aesthetic that you may
Mhm.
like or want to put onto the world, some people may be afraid to really show and be who they are. And gambit, the word actually means taking a chance.
Okay, gambit means taking. Is that like another language?
It's
Gambit.
Yeah.
What is,
It's it's a strategic thought, uh word, a action. Um yeah, so it's just about it's about taking that risk.
okay, okay. So black gambit, y'all. Taking that risk. I love it. I just love the meaning behind it already. So a lot of my viewers, they're mostly like uh anime, a lot of anime people, a lot of gamers as well.
Sure,
So
yes.
do you guys will you have any merch for that?
Uh yes. I plan on it. I have a lot of stuff. I will have to look through my designs. No, actually do have a gamer type design that's waiting. So
Oh, okay.
I'm
So what's my other question? Oh yeah, do you like if there's a viewer out there of mine that wants to customize his or her, clothing, do you do customized stuff where they just want specific things and then you do it for
uh,
them and it's like it's a higher price, but do you do
mhm.
that as
Yeah,
well? Do you offer that?
not not yet. I'll,
Okay.
I'll probably get into that maybe in the next year or so.
Oh, nice, nice. I've noticed a lot of the online stores that they do that. They customize, or like
Mhm.
they'll tell them specific design and they'll customize it to make it like what
Yeah.
the customer wants. Yeah. But I was just
So like
wondering.
yeah, that I'll be doing that soon. Um Soon I'll be doing my own screen printing and stuff like that. So yeah, so I have a hand in everything.
Okay. Okay. So, um, Black Gambit. So, what's your ethnicity, your nationality?
Um, my ethnicity and nationality. That's a great question. Wow, this is a first. Um, I will always and forever identify as Black.
Okay.
Um, yes. Um, if I would say that I'm indigenous, then I would say I'm indigenous to the world.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
Um, because culture starts everywhere.
Yeah, cultural. Yeah, starts. Culture is everything. Music is culture. Art is culture. Anything could be culture.
Speaking of music, what kind of music do you like?
What music do I like?
Yes.
Oh, I do. I love hip hop. I love R&B. I love R&B soul. Um, I've been into Sam Smith a lot.
Okay.
I've been into actually. I've been into Nigerian music, believe it or not, my viewers. I believe I'm into like the Rotimi. My boyfriend got me listening to uh
Okay.
what's that guy's name? S.O.
Okay. It's
So
oh,
I've been
I like it.
it's I like dancing to that. I like listening to bachata music, which is like Romeo Santos. You've got, just Romeo Santos. I'm obsessed with Romeo Santos. I love bachata music. I like dancing to that.
Oh,
And yeah, and I my ethnicity is Laos. My nationality is American. My race is
Okay.
Asian. Laos is between Thailand and Vietnam. So I do
Oh,
listen
that's
to a lot of Thai
nice.
music. I do listen to a lot of
Okay.
Thai R&B music. I'm into this singer named Pacha and Off Pongsak. Those are my two favorite Thai singers.
Nice.
Um, yeah,
Nice.
I listen to a lot of stuff. K-pop.
Okay.
My favorite band is actually Super Junior.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
Super Junior fan. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I'm a BTS fan." I'm a Super Junior fan. So, what kind of music do you like?
I like so many different genres of music. Oh my God. I love rap.
Hmm.
I like what we would call juke or footwork, which is something that we made here in Chicago. It started off as a house. Um, so
Okay.
it's so 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 here it's basically like an umbrella under house music. It's our current day house music.
Hmm.
And rock.
Oh, you're into. I could tell by your font because I
Um,
was asking that. Like, I was seeing that
oh,
if you get. Uh huh.
and synth wave as well.
A what?
Synth synth wave.
What is synthwave?
Great question. Synth wave is a type of music that's really heavy. It's a sound in music. It's called a synth or a synthesizer. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and so with this brand of music or with this type of music is really heavy into synthesizers and stuff like that. So you come out with stuff like chill wave and synth wave and things like that. It's really cool.
I've heard of chill wave. I've heard of chill wave. It's like instrumental music, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I've noticed a lot. Some people listen to that, and a lot of people listen to that so that they could concentrate whatever they're doing, or just clear their mind.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
and it's really cool because a lot of '90s Memphis rappers used to sample that type of music.
Mm.
Uh,
Memphis rappers. So, what did you consider like name artists that are Memphis rappers? Because I've never heard of the Memphis
Memphis
rappers.
rappers, artists like 336, uh, artists like Little Noy, uh,
Uh,
DJ Spanish Fly, I think his name is. Uh,
hmm.
let me see. You got Project Pat. Yeah, just who else? Oh my god, I feel like I'm missing names. Yeah. So those are all the names that I can think of right now.
Okay. I'm a Cali
So,
person, so we got like Snoop Dogg, E40, Tupac, all
uh,
this stuff.
uh,
We got the Bay Area. Bay Area is known for E40. You know that song, Tell Me When to Go.
yes,
Tell Me
yes,
When to Go.
love E4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's over here. And then a lot of I was actually visiting my family in the Bay Area. And my cousin was like naming all these underground rappers that I haven't noticed that they're like hardcore Bay Area rappers. And Bay Area rapping is actually very, very different and very unique. A lot of
Yeah.
go dumb, go stupid. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's not. It's because I listen to a lot of Lupe Fiasco. I listen to a lot of
Love it.
Common, Jay Z, Kanye West, the old Kanye West, the new Kanye West. I don't know what he's doing right now. Let's just say he's finding himself.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay.
He's believing in God and Jesus and all that. So let him believe on that, and then he got his Sunday church choir. But then again, I was on hip hop. I usually go on hip hop. I forgot Up or something, or I just do a lot of hip hop DX to get a lot of the news, and he's actually doing a mixtape with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
So he's doing
cool.
mixtapes now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's what
And I've been into Kid Cudi lately.
I love Kid Cudi.
Did you actually listen to the new album, Man on the Moon
I am
3?
listening to him right after we finish this. I'm going to go listen to the new album right after.
You haven't listened to the new album and you say you love Kid Cudi? I just did the review for the Kid Cudi album and I'll name
Really?
all the songs already. It's Tequila
Oh, cool.
Shots.
Okay.
Tequila Shots. I would replay that. The song, he actually has a new music video for this song. I think it's called Another Day.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Let me go to Kid Cudi right now on Spotify. Show Out. There's another one called Show Out, and he did that with Skepta.
I
So
love Skepta.
he
Oh,
got and Pop
love
Smokes.
Skepta. Oh.
It's a hot album, and I was actually watching his interview for Apple Music on Apple Music, and he was getting interviewed by Apple Music for his album, and he was talking about actually there's a song there about his father. There was a unique song that I liked about his father, and I think it was called Elsie's Baby Boy. I think he
Okay.
talked about his father, and in his interview, he says that he had learned to love his father or accept his father for, I don't think his father was in his life. So it was kind of like when he was going through those phases, he actually went to jail for possession, I think. I think it was,
Okay.
he had possession, drug possession or something. And then he had to change for his daughter. So he had a daughter, and then after he had a daughter, he had to change. And that whole change and everything he did, that whole break he did was him like self-reflecting, let's just say, and reflecting on
Yeah.
his life and making changes in his life. And now he's back and like stronger than ever. There's like a whole
Yeah.
nother side to him.
Oh. Oh man. Yeah. I kind of went through the same thing, or
Hmm.
some similar thing. I got to a point where I had lost everything, like money, the girlfriend, my peace of mind.
Hmm.
Work was going bad. And yeah, so going to just self love, and having a therapist. Black men, please get a therapist. Go to therapy. It's
Hmm.
very, very beneficial. It changed my life. That
Yes.
um and um and listen to a lot of Kid Cudi.
Listen to a lot, right? His music, you guys don't understand. His music is not like other people's music. You know, you got a lot of rappers saying bitch, hoe, degrading women, and he doesn't really do that in his music. It's just
Nope,
he has a
nope.
whole
It's
another
just him.
universe. He's just like, let me go get out of planet Earth and let's just go to
Yeah.
another universe and let me take you to that universe. And that's his whole album
Yes.
right there.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah.
also, Dr. Dre is coming out with his Detox album he put on pause in 2000,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
2015. No, 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 no. He put it on pause. That was a that was an album he did not complete. Then he took a pause on music. Now he's in a legal divorce battle with his wife that wants 2 million from him. So what do you think about his whole divorce with his wife? His wife says that She actually said that he abused her within the relationship and she couldn't get out of it and all that stuff for years. Since 1991 they've been married,
Wow.
and then they just got divorced just last year.
Well, I would say that I don't condone any
Mhm.
abuse of any kind.
Mhm.
Um, and I would also say, if there was abuse going on, then I mean, he should suffer the consequences of his actions. Uh, because no person deserves that, especially not from someone that they love, or someone that they're married to.
I'm just hoping it's not like because I've been getting into Johnny Depp and his wife, his ex-wife. His ex-wife was crazy.
Oh,
She actually said that he abused her, but there was a recording of her actually abusing him, and there's
wow.
marks to even show it. And so there
Wow.
was a recording at her admitting to her lying about the abuse that apparently happened. And he's actually right now he's actually suing her for defamation. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
lawsuit going on, but that is getting postponed. I'm thinking about this whole COVID thingy, it's getting postponed because of the COVID, but a lot of these trials are still going on during the COVID, so it's not postponed because of that. I was thinking about she had something to do with it because she's crazy. Johnny Depp's ex-wife is crazy. Let me tell you that.
wow.
Then she recently, this is what I wanted to talk to my viewers. I read up that she recently, because there's Aquaman 2 coming out, and she got casted on Aquaman 2, and then she got fired, and they're replacing her from someone from Game of Thrones. So a girl from Game of Thrones is taking her place. She actually went against the contract because they said that she was supposed to be working out, have a workout regimen for Aquaman 2, but it turned out she gained weight, so she's not supposed to gain weight for that part.
Oh man, she gained weight for the part, huh?
Yeah, but in her contract, they had her follow a workout regimen that she didn't follow.
Oh man.
So, what
So
do you
that
think
means
about
she
that?
gained
What do you think? Is it wrong for them to fire her because of that, or what?
Oh yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a contract. You know what I'm saying? It's a business agreement. And
Hmm.
if someone doesn't follow the business agreement, then it's up to that person to kind of see if they can negotiate themselves in a position to where they're to where the table would swing in their favor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like if you
Um.
sign the contract and you know that you have to stick by those rules, then you should stick by them. She's just crazy. She's like the feces on the bed. I don't understand why he said that, but he said the feces on the bed was when it was his last straw. That was it for him. And I'm like, of course, if you see someone's feces on the bed, I think he threw it or she just pooped on the bed. I don't
Wow, that
I'm not
that
sure what
probably would have
happened,
been
but he's
my last straw too. I would have
she's
been done after
crazy. I think
that.
I think what it is that I think Aquaman 2, whoever made that call for her to completely leave Aquaman 2, she does clearly have some mental issues that she needs to definitely work on.
Oh yeah,
If she
yeah. 'Cause
Her
I
name
don't
is
know what the
Amber
first
Heard.
is.
Have you heard of
Feces
her?
on the bed.
Yeah. Have you heard of Amber
Oh
Heard?
yes.
Amber Heard, yeah, that's his ex-wife. Okay.
Oh
Um, Aquaman 2. She was supposed to.
Um,
She's a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong. She's beautiful, but
what?
she's getting replaced. I think she was in the first Aquaman.
Mm,
So, are you
yeah,
into the DC comics and all that stuff?
I am. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get. Do you have like HBO Max? Because a lot of
Yeah.
these.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I've heard
Yeah.
that CW. It was supposed to be on CW, but a lot of these new movies that are coming out, since the movie theaters are closed, guys, and I tell you guys so many times before that the movie theaters are closed, and so CW actually made a contract with HBO Max. Actually, Christopher Nolan. I wanted to research about Christopher Nolan and all that stuff and his fiasco about CW, but he got mad at CW because CW actually made the contract with HBO Max, but um, didn't inform him prior to making the um, the agreement with HBO Max. So I think Christopher Nolan doesn't want any of his movies on HBO Max.
Mhm.
Just because I'm just saying that, I mean, he would have had and also he wanted the movie theaters to be open because he liked the whole, people going to the movie theaters and watching his films and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
you can't change it. You can't change it. You can't be like demanding, the movie theaters to be open due to the COVID-19. There are a lot of regulations. It was
Yeah.
open for some point, but they closed it back down. So
Yeah. 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 And COVID is a serious thing. So
it is.
I would advise people to be healthy, get tested, and
Hmm.
wear your.
Wear your mask. Actually, the other day, me and my boyfriend, I was actually at Walmart, and there was actually these two teenage, not, I don't think it's teenage, it's two young boys that it was not wearing their masks. It's like, people, we have to tell people to wear your masks. Both of them
Uh huh.
just walked into the store without even wearing their mask, and I'm like, literally, seriously, are we doing this now?
Yeah. I think people are fed up with the mask. We have been in COVID for a year, and
Yeah,
some of us started working since COVID started. So
yeah,
yeah, so the mask can be a very irritating thing.
it
Believe me,
is.
I know.
I feel like I feel bad for the little ones that are going back to school and they have to have the mask like all day, no, almost half a
All day.
day, half a day. So some of the people that I know that are parents, they says that, are you a parent yourself?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay, I was just asking. But like they only they go back to school. They said the kids go back to school, but they're only doing like like half of those hours. It's not like regular school hours. It's just like
Mm.
3, 4, 5 hours sometimes, and then they'll pick them up from school. So it's not even half a day. But
Wow.
my
I want
friend, oh, go ahead.
my. I'm curious how that's going to affect children and their social lives
Exactly.
because growing up, like we wasn't dealing with like COVID. We had time to have recess and we didn't have to wear any masks and stuff like that. We was at school. It seemed like all day.
Yeah, I actually heard that the schools were open because my uncle, he used to work. Now he doesn't. He's on disability right now because he got injured at the job back in 2000, and he actually fell off the ladder at his job.
Oh,
He does those big air conditioner. He used to do those. My other uncle does it in the Bay Area. They have the same job but in different locations. But he basically installs those big air conditioners outside of like these big buildings, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So he does that, and one day he fell off the ladder in 2000, and he thought that it was not a serious injury. He was just like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna just. They're like, you should go on disability if you're gonna, if you're injured, we'll pay you disability. His company,
Yeah.
and then he said, no, I make more money working, and so he kept on working in all these years, and then his injury crept back, and
Oh.
and now he's on disability.
Oh.
But before he was on disability, he went to LA to install, I think, about 25 schools he had to do to install air conditioners for them. And he says that a lot of the parents in California, which is really dumb, because it's like, are you really gonna risk your kids' health? Are you gonna want them? I know you guys want them to go to school, like you said, Dale, that there is, back then you had that school experience and everything, and you don't have to wear masks and all that stuff. But you really have to think about your kid's health. It's
Yeah.
just like they didn't even let him go into the school to to um to change the filters in the air conditioners inside. So the filters are still dirty inside, but they're only letting them change the air conditioners outside. So when it's blowing from the outside, the filters are not,
Uh-huh.
you know, getting cleaned in the inside. So you're actually like blowing in germs. So it's kind of like no point of, opening the schools. You're not letting a lot of the workers that are installing these air conditioners, check the inside of the air conditioner. There's the outside vent, and then there's the inside. And so he couldn't go inside. He just had to change the. So he's like, the kids will definitely get sick, not only from the coronavirus, but from the the germs coming in. So it's, we always have to worry about them getting the flu, getting the cold, getting the fevers. Now we have to worry
Yeah.
about them getting corona.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And the
Health.
parents are
Health is
suing the
important.
school district, so they had to open up the schools in California. They said, I think these are rich white parents. I don't want to be racial here, but I think these are rich white parents that are
um,
saying,
um, if,
they're
if
saying
you
this.
don't want to, then I probably will. But yeah, I think those are the only people that could do something like that.
Yeah, and they said we moved to near the schools so that we could be closer to our children's schools, and you're gonna close the schools down and make us do interactive learning or interactive video learning. Like, come on now. And they're like, we're gonna sue the school district if they're not going to be opening soon. So that's what it is. That's what
Lord,
my uncle
oh
told me.
no!
25 schools in SoCal. I live in SoCal too. So
Wow.
I live in a city called Bakersfield. It's 2 hours away from LA. Yeah. But in Miami, they're completely different. They're like, my friend lives in Miami, not in Miami. She lives in Florida, close to Orlando, and she says that the parents are doing like the exact opposite, where if you open the schools, we're gonna sue the school district.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So they were doing the exact opposite. They were listening, but yo, Daytona Beach, y'all, Daytona Beach. I think it was on July 4th, was filled up to the brim with people spread across the beach, close to each other. They said they couldn't even see the sand from up above. I was just like, yeah, and I was like, social distancing. That's what social distancing is. Like, they still go to beaches, but the beaches are closed early. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? They should at least, close the beaches, close. But I shouldn't say that because I love going to the beach.
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of these states, they do. they do like listen to protocol. They do close a lot of these public places. Like I know Massachusetts, the governor of Massachusetts closed even the public parks,
Yeah, yeah.
and their
Park,
numbers are
parks
down.
are closed here too.
They're closed here now.
Yeah, now, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
damn.
You have to wear your mask where you go. And you
Yeah.
have to social distance as well. Yeah,
Damn. Over
COVID is
here
a
we
real.
don't learn. We don't listen. We got people dining inside. I'm like dining inside. Yeah, we have that.
It's so hard finding a place to dine in inside. Just going on a date has changed so much.
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah,
then another thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll probably talk about in another episode as well. I was getting into Narcos. What Netflix show are you into right now?
man.
If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, I would say Lucifer is a great show.
Oh my god, they said that was a good show.
Lucifer is a good show. For me, it's the perfect mesh of the supernatural. It's it's like a little bit of like hmm, it gives some kind of mystery to everything, and then like it has like the sense of sex appeal too. Like it has a little bit of everything. It's really cool. I love it.
Oh, yes. I love those shows, but the show I really love, I think it's more similar to Lucifer, is The Originals.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Yes, that has
cool.
sex appeal too. The vampires,
Really?
damn.
Uh, I have to check that out.
Oh yeah, it's like if you watch the Vampire Diaries, then you would know who the originals are, and they just made a show. They made a show
Based.
together.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I've been into, like I told everyone, every of my friends, I told them I'm into drug lords and learning about them. So I know a lot about Pablo Escobar. I know a lot about
Okay.
El Chapo. I know a lot about the guy who's called the Lord of the Skies. So there is,
That's an interesting name.
yes,
Lord of
the Lord of the
that.
Skies, and he does his drug dealing and trafficking drugs up in the air, but he passed away. So they said that there's a person higher than El Chapo, but he's still alive. But I'm thinking that since the Lord of the Sky passed away, I think somebody took his place and did all that. But yeah, the Lord of the Skies. It was actually on Narcos in season 3 when they're talking about the Cali cartel. I just love I just love learning about drug lords. And
um, I've been doing a lot of research on like different types of drugs. Um, Stuff
yeah.
like shrooms and stuff like that. Really, psychedelics. Really. Um, I I don't do them.
No,
I've heard a
no.
lot of stories.
Lord of the Skies. His name is um Amado Carrillo.
Okay.
Amado Carrillo. Okay. And I actually was gonna talk about it in some of my episodes, but Pablo Escobar, I watched Narcos. Like the first time I watched it, I just watched it to watch it. Oh, it's about Pablo Escobar. The second time I watched it, I had a psychological mindset.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so I want to nitpick this brain. How did he go from having, I think, $30 million to all the way to nothing? Nothing.
Wow.
He took $1 million because him and his family had to escape. and he went to one of his escape houses, and there was no there was no heater or heating or anything in the house. And so he was telling, his workers to get him wood, but the wood outside, the firewood, was all wet. And so his daughter was cold, right? So he took $1 million out of his safe, $1 million, and he just threw it in the fireplace and lit the money up to
Wow.
warm up the fireplace for his daughter.
Oh wow.
So money was
That's so cool.
that's why they say money is nothing, because you could totally take money like he did and burn it in the fireplace.
Yeah.
And he buried his money underground, and when he dug up his money, it was all rotten.
It,
He lost most of his money.
it was rotten.
Yeah, it was rotten because money does disintegrate. Just yeah.
Wow. That's
It
crazy.
looks like little pieces of paper, like ash, like when you burn paper. Like it
Uh-huh.
looked like that, most of it.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually captured Blackbeard. Blackbeard was his they called him his treasurer. And as a treasurer, you hold the map to the drug houses and where the money's stashed. And so
Okay.
they arrested Blackbird, and then once they arrested Blackbird, everything went south for Pablo Escobar.
I bet. Oh man, that's nuts.
You have to watch Narcos, you'll understand. Some of it is like not really true.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, because of stuff you gotta do for the big screen.
Like they said that there was a guy who flew back and forth, and he was American citizen as well, so he had access to go to America. So he transferred before, when Pablo Escobar did his cocaine business, he gave the drugs to him, like blocks of it, to
Mm-hmm.
to take, because airport security back then, this was in the 1980s, the 1990s. um Airport security back then was not strict like before, like now. I think when 9/11 hit was when airport security became very strict.
Okay.
So so they I didn't even know this, but they didn't even check pregnant women. So you could strap a whole
Wow.
bunch of drugs on the girl, and then on a pregnant woman, and they will not check her.
Wow.
Yep. And I don't think they even go through, if they don't check her, then they probably don't go through the sensors and all that stuff. But yeah, he said, they said in the show it was a guy. No, it was a girl. It was a girl who was a drug dealer, a famous drug dealer in Florida. They actually did a Mexican soap opera about her, but I need to get the name. And
I have to check
she
that out.
was the one. She
That
was the
that's
one.
interesting.
She was a dangerous drug dealer in Florida, because the drugs only came from Colombia to Florida. That was his territory. Cali
Okay.
Cartel was the one who owned New York. So all the cocaine that was spread along New York, that was Cali Cartel. And so Pablo Escobar wanted Cali Cartel's territory, because Cali Cartel was making more money than Pablo Escobar.
Mm. Wow.
So I know my
I,
stuff. Then I was into biker
I
gangs.
see. I see.
I was into biker gangs at one point.
Really?
Yeah, they call them. It's really interesting because when you go into a biker gang, they call them prospects, and you have to do
Yeah.
everything. They're slaves for them, and then you get all those patches on the jackets and everything. Those mean something.
Uh,
Those are ranks on biker
yeah.
gangs. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I was researching that too. That's pretty crazy. I'm actually going to check that out too when we get off the call. But yeah, um, biker gangs seem really dangerous.
I watched, what was it called? Undercover something. It was actually a true story. There was this guy who he got caught with a lot of dealing with a lot of heroin, or it was a heroin, and he was gonna have I think it was 50, 60 years, 20, no, 25 years in prison, and he chose to be undercover spy for the CIA or the DEA or something like that. And I think it was the CIA. I don't remember. Homeland Security, maybe. But he he was undercover for them, and he was had to be undercover for biker gangs because the biker gangs were dealing with heroin.
Okay,
They
yeah.
were trying to catch them. And he said that it was the most dangerous job. He said he'd rather pick prison over that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because there was times where he almost got caught from them, and then he almost got killed. Yeah, and it was like a drug. Like they kept on. He's like he didn't even know when to stop. Like they were just like, well, he could have stopped and was like, I'm done with the deal and go to prison. But he didn't want to stop. He
Okay.
couldn't stop. So there
Wow.
was one point where he didn't want to stop, and he was getting interviewed, but he had to hide his face because I think there's people who were like after him. But it was so interesting. It was so interesting. But anyways, going back to your business, I feel like we haven't talked about your business. Like,
Okay.
I, I mean, we did talk about more about it in the beginning. So where in one point did you get, because I want to represent your brand, and the meaning of your brand, it's all about outcasting and cultural indifference, and being um, racial discrimination and all that stuff. So was there a point in your life where you were really racially discriminated?
Uh, definitely. Yeah. The most current experience where wow, that's a great question. It's a lot of experiences. Okay. So one day I have a box in my hand. It's a computer keyboard because my uncle stays on the next block. And I think I got a keyboard from him or something like that. On my way home, a cop is riding like on the side of me, like he's trailing me while I'm walking home.
Mm-hmm.
And I see him, and I look over to see who's trailing me on the side. And
Mm-hmm.
when I looked, that's when they stopped. And this one cop, like, he got out the car, um, and he said, "Hey, stop!" And I wouldn't stop. So what happened was he drew his gun. Of course, I stopped.
Yeah.
um, so he was checking me and stuff like that. Um, and he has said something to the extent of where's the homeboys at, or something like that. I'm like, I don't have any homeboys, or like I'm not involved in that life. Uh, and he was like, well, stop playing. I know what you guys do around here. And this cop doesn't know me. I don't know him. Haven't seen him. Nothing. He doesn't know anything about me. He just
Yeah.
assumed that I was gang affiliated because where I lived.
Yeah. And what race was the cop?
I want to say he was Caucasian.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Yeah. I do get, there are a lot of talks about minorities being racist to minorities. And that's how much I got it from. Actually, not from white people per se. They do ask me a lot. I always get that a lot before I even talk about this whole cultural or racial things. In my last episodes, I've been telling them each and every time what my race is, what my ethnicity is, and what my nationality is. Very
Uh-huh.
important to learn because a lot of people have been asking me, "Oh, are you Chinese or are you Asian?" I always get
Mm.
that, and I say, "Wait, Asia is a continent." you know and I get that from minorities as well, and I'm like, a lot of this stems from ignorance, and
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
noticed that, and I said,
Yes.
don't be ignorant when you plan to travel to any other country. Please don't be ignorant. Please don't be
Yeah.
closed-minded. I always tell my viewers, okay, I'm like, ethnicity is where your parents came from.
Uh-huh.
Race is what you identify as, and
Okay.
nationality is what country you're from now. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Yeah.
you are African American. I am Asian American. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of white people, I think they lose their sense of identity because they always say, when I ask a white person what their ethnicity is, what their nationality, even their race, they'll be like, okay, I'm white and I'm American.
Uh-huh.
A white American, right? Don't
Uh-huh.
make sense. Or they'll be like, they don't say they're white, they say they're American. Oh, we're American.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so your parents are from here, and they're like, yeah. I was like, no, 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 no. They're not,
They're from
honey.
Europe.
They're not. Unless you are Native American, they're not. I said.
Yeah.
I said, your parents are from Europe. Somewhere in Europe that you don't know about. So first you need to learn about your
Europeans.
identity before even
Definitely.
coming at my identity. Because I already
Yes.
know my identity. A lot of these minorities, we already know about our identity because our parents teach us about our identity and accept our identity. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was actually doing a video. Did you hear about the girl who accused a teenage boy, 14-year-old boy, for this happened in New York, and she accused a 14-year-old boy of stealing her cell phone, her iPhone. And it turned out that the 14-year-old boy's father is actually a famous jazz trumpet a famous trumpet player.
Really? Never
Yes.
heard of that.
And um it was it's just really dumb of how she accused. She said, "Oh, I'm a minority too." She's like, I'm part Puerto Rican. I'm half. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this." She's a mutt. She's saying she's a mutt. She's like, I have Puerto Rican in me. I have Italian in me. And
Oh
then
man, so she just broke herself up in parts.
And then
Okay.
she said, "How am I?" She's like, "How am I being racist when I'm a minority myself?" And then the interviewer, that's why I'm asking you, can minorities be racist towards other minorities? Because the interviewer said that, excuse me, my phone just dropped. But the interviewer said that she was just like, oh well, like, so minorities could still be racist towards other minorities. So what's your point? Like,
Mm.
and it's true because are in the past there were minorities being racist towards me.
Right.
So let's just make that clear. It's not just white people being racist towards minorities, because I know some white people that they they're very there's some white people that they're very diverse, because when I grew up there was like when I grew up I know this high school student that I think she was Chinese or something, and she was adopted by white parents, right? So she was Americanized and everything, but like the white parents also accepted her what she was, which was Chinese. And so some white parents they're very accepting to the the culture,
Okay.
you know. But I'm not, but I know majority of white people are racist. Majority of white people do are racist, but I think it stems from not just ignorance, but them have losing a sense of their identity.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Or them not embracing it.
Yeah, they know who they are, and they know that they have like some kind of background to them, but they don't
Mhm.
really accept it. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
kind of feel sorry because it's not just, it's all about parents teaching kids as well.
Yeah.
Parents teaching kids to accept their culture. If you don't teach kids how to accept their culture, how they're gonna learn? It's not like they're gonna accept their culture from birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, how can they accept themselves if they can't accept the culture it's where they come from?
Yeah, exactly. Um, that's all you
Uh,
guys need to do, parents out there. This is the 21st century. I know a lot of things go down, and, you know, we were in this pandemic and all that stuff. And, like you said, that there's a lot of kids that are not going to high school. They're not experiencing the high school experience because of this interactive video learning during this pandemic, but they still do cyberbullying, guys. Cyberbullying is worse than actual bullying itself. You're bullying something because of their race, their skin color. So it's very serious. And I actually was watching I was watching Glee. I know it's a corny show. A lot of my friends say it's really corny and everything, but I like the
uh,
message that they give to these children. You've got somebody that in the Glee club that is, in the Glee club that is gay. You've got
mhm.
somebody that is, black in the show. Another person
Mhm.
who is a young mother that happens in high school as well.
Yeah.
You've got somebody who, you know, is handicapped, which is the guy in the wheelchair. So there's a whole assortment of people. But the whole point of the show
Uh,
was to for you to, accept one another. And they created
definitely.
this club called the Glee Club that accepted
Mhm.
each other for being different, being unique.
Mhm.
And I think that was the message of the show. They had a lot of controversies of, having a gay person in the show, having all this, handicapped person in the show. There was a controversy over he's not really handicapped. You should have put somebody that was really handicapped on the show. But I'm like, that's the whole point of acting.
A really um in, interesting experience
Uh huh.
that I had in college was I had to do a group assignment, and I was actually paired with a Caucasian dude, a Asian dude. Um,
Uh huh.
I was like the only black dude, and I want to say it was like a Hispanic dude, and yeah, so pe- people made jokes and everything. But yeah, so I actually had had some kind of experience with being around other groups of people.
Mm.
Yeah, thanks to college.
Yeah, thanks, Colin. Yeah. I hung out with a lot of foreign exchange students in college to stay away from that partying life. You know what I mean?
Yes, please stay away from the party and life.
Because a
Focus
lot
on
of,
your work
yeah,
and don't worry about the girls. Okay.
uh-huh. Though a lot of foreign exchange students, they had a visa, right? So they had a visa, so they within their student visa, they had to have a certain GPA, they had to have certain grades to have their visa, and they also was on scholarships as well. So on top of that, they had to follow the rules of the scholarship, the guidelines of the scholarship to keep their scholarship, and also at the same time they had to keep their visa. So that was a
Oh,
really hard thing. So they studied hardcore. They studied. The only time we partied was like end of the semester, which
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
which
reason
which will
why.
be a great time too,
Yeah, yeah,
because it's
that's the
like a
reason why I
day
stuck with
off.
foreign exchange.
Everything is over. I hate it here.
Oh my gosh, yes. But then again, like I felt I could feel for that the show Glee because I like to observe when I watch the shows. I feel for the show Glee because when you're in a club or anything, especially when you like you said because your business is wrapped around being outcasted and everything. When you're in a club, you really feel accepted, especially when you have peers that are sharing the same interest as you are and could relate
Yeah,
to you. That's
yeah,
why if high
definitely.
schoolers you're
That's why
watching,
that's part of my brand. Yeah,
yeah, if you're watching high schoolers, get into a club. Get into a club. I know, you guys watch the Glee show. They did make it corny. That was their mistake of doing
yeah,
that. But you guys have to know the whole point of that show. It's just like they got accepted in Glee Club because they
yeah,
shared the same interest, which is singing and
yeah.
dancing.
I'm actually I actually rekindled a friendship with a high school friend of mine,
Oh, that's
and
great.
um and we started going to different types of clubs and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's how we built our friendship. It was
Hmm.
so cool. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was
So
awesome.
So what is the message that you have? Like my message is to join clubs, to join stuff that you could relate in, that they're willing to accept you and to be who you are. Like you got to join these clubs that you gotta find people who relate to you. But if they don't want to do that, so what is your message for these outcasters to
Uh,
do?
Learn to accept yourself,
Hmm.
be who you are, what you are, no matter what the circumstances. Um, love love yourself. Uh, become an expert on who you are.
Hmm.
Uh, um, and then that's when all the right people will come into your life. Because as long as you know who you are and you're being who you truly are and you speak your story, then certain people will appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure. And look for an outlet in life too. Like mine's poetry. Mine's always been writing ever since middle school.
Oh,
So
definitely, yeah.
so it's just like find an outlet. I'm sure his is art. Drawing is your outlet, right? What's your outlet
Yeah,
in
yeah,
life?
yeah. In high school, I wrote poetry and I
Hmm.
did graphic design.
Oh, okay. So his
And
his
I
outlet
also
is poetry.
And I also
Uh-huh.
produced music too at the time. And my
Oh,
DJ too. I did a lot of stuff in high school.
okay. So he DJ'd. So did you DJ for like a lot of clubs, like
Not clubs,
nightclubs
just
or
parties
house
because I was
parties?
15. So yeah.
Oh, you were like Martin Lawrence in that movie House Party, huh?
Right.
Oh my God,
Yes.
Martin,
Yeah.
that movie House Party back in the day
Uh,
with the what's that rapper's name?
kid and play.
Yeah, Kid and Play. Yeah, and then Martin Lawrence was that loud ass DJ.
Yes, yes.
Oh
So
my
I would
God.
walk around with CDs and a big
Yeah,
speaker and stuff like that, and
that was
get
you.
paid like $15.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
you.
that was me. That was
Uh,
definitely me.
you sold your CDs and everything. So, how did you get into business?
For the clothing brand or just becoming a business minded person.
Um, for the so the clothing brand was not just excuse me. The clothing brand was not just your business. You had another business before the clothing brand.
Yes, I did. So the issue was at first that I didn't trust myself. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think that I was able to accomplish great things. I suffer from a lack of confidence, but I also have, or I've always had a passion for like fat, fat fashion and clothing and stuff like that. And so me and my cousins would always talk about having a clothing brand and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one night we were like chilling, and we're all like, yo, like we should just go ahead and do the clothing brand thing. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm about to actually go ahead and just do it. Um, so I was in school at the time, and so with my last refund check, I invested into my first brand, which was named LaFae, LAFE.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and the crazy part is,
What did Love Face? What was the meaning behind Love Face? That's an interesting name.
the meaning behind LaFae was the faith.
So is this okay? So Love Face is another language.
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Oh, it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, and it means the faith.
Hmm.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened to LaFay? You still selling LaFay?
Um, I don't I don't have the brand as of right now.
Okay.
So I'm either going to flip that aesthetic to a different brand, or I'm going to bring LaFay back. Um, so what happened was it was a lot of like um crazy business deals and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, so I had a lot to learn, and so that's why I started doing a lot of things hands on with Black Gambit,
Hmm.
so I wouldn't have those issues and stuff like that. So I kind of taught myself a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Uh
So,
huh.
so do you consider yourself? I'm sorry, I introduced you as an entrepreneur. But do you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
uh, yes, I
Okay,
would, but I think of myself as more as a artist.
an artist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, and Do you ever think about having, because you do graphic designing, do you ever think about having graphic designing as a, as a business as well? You could promote graphic designing to others and use your skills on other people's businesses to help other people's businesses grow?
Definitely. Yeah. So I am interested on that. I've actually done that a few times. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So I'm definitely up for doing that as well. Please email me if you're
And
interested.
I'll do the I'll put up the email on the description below as well. All of your information is going to be on the description box below.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's just black gambit. And where do you get your models from? Because I've seen a lot of people model your clothing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So my models come from all over the world.
Hmm.
I'm so happy to say that because these are all goals that I wanted to hit. Um, so these are people that actually identified with the aesthetic of the brand. So
Hmm.
it's more authentic, authentic, and it hits home. Um, so a lot of my models really come from like friends and stuff like that.
Your
Um,
friends.
yeah.
And I met you through, actually, guys, I met him through Unique. Shout out to Unique. I know she's going to be watching this. She's a close friend of mine. I actually met her through a broadcasting app called Live Me, and we've been
Oh,
friends
cool.
ever since. So I asked
Cool.
her, I said, because I wanted a guest on my podcast. You're actually my first guest on my podcast. I'm truly honored to have you. But you actually responded to her Facebook post of her asking
Yes.
if anyone could be a guest on my podcast, Simply Tea Time, and that's how I found you.
Uh-huh.
So she's
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
just click on the comments," and they have all their Instagram pages on the comments. And so I just clicked on it and then like messaged everyone individually. So that's what I did.
Oh, cool.
So how do you know Unique Nab?
Unique now.
Her name is Unique Nab, but her company name she goes by is Sarah Reed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I forgot how I know her. I know her through Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah. I have a lot of friends on Facebook. Uh and I network with so many people.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of hard to tell where I know certain people from. But I'm happy that we crossed paths.
Yeah, yeah,
Since
yeah,
I was in
yeah.
the future.
I actually, the funniest thing is I started all this after, well, I I decided to do this after Christmas, but I officially did this after New Year's. So after New Year's 2021, when you guys are all like drinking up and popping the champagne, celebrating 2021, I was actually on this computer editing my first video.
Okay, cool.
So this is a new thing for me. I actually have a website called nikkisayitnow.wordpress.com where I used to do articles, and now I'm doing news videos on my Nikki Say It Now page, and this is gonna be on Simply Tea Time, where I have this podcast, and I've been wanting to do a podcast, so
Yeah. I've, I- I've always wanted to do a brand
Mhm.
like this. I've, I've always wanted to do this. And I have many other goals. This is actually putting me in a realm of being around. I want to say my circle
Okay.
in this realm. Um, I actually did a interview with Kelvin K Chaos. Um, um, He's a guitarist. He is pretty good. He's really dope.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet the person that owns a brand called Spooky Kids, which is another black alternative brand.
Oh, okay. I've heard of Spooky Kids.
Spooky Kids is really dope. I love Spooky Kids. I always get shirts and stuff like that from them. I think I have a jacket. Yep, I have a jacket right here. Uh-oh. What is this? Yep.
Oh, that's really cool. Good. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like an anime character. I'm not into anime, but a lot of my friends do love anime.
I love anime. Yes. So if you're into anime and if you don't know about these, go check out Par- Parasite.
Parasite.
Parasite is amazing. There is one more. Oh yeah, it's called the it's called the Tower of God. Those two are my favorites right now.
Oh. Oh, I love that word. That saying Tower of God.
Yes, it's really dope. And is, is it another one? No, but those two are really dope.
So a lot of people like wearing hats. Do you have any hats that are
I will I will have hats real soon.
okay? Okay. Cause for me, I love wearing the beanie hats and everything.
Uh-huh.
So that'd be dope.
Yeah. I'm actually debating on if I should have either dad hats or trucker hats.
Um, what are dad hats actually?
Okay.
The, what are dad hats? They're like, what are they?
Dad hats. Let me see if I can find mine. Because I have so many hats. Either dad hats or like bucket hats or something like that.
Oh, I know the bucket hats.
I would love to have some bucket hats. So you know what trucker hats are, right?
Oh, they're like these.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would wear those kind of hats, especially when you sell it during Father's Day.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yes. Definitely.
How did you do on when you how did your business do on what's it called, Cyber Monday?
Cyber Monday. You know what? I I had nothing up for sale then. So all of the businesses that I had happened after the fact.
Oh, Cyber Monday, do you have any like Cyber Monday sales?
No. This year on my wheel.
Okay. And any sales that you want the viewers to know about as well that's coming up?
Any sales? The 2020 Riot t-shirts will be out or will be on sale half off.
How okay, I'm gonna go on your Facebook. I want to check out because I did check. There was one point in time where I did check out your website on So I'm gonna go to your. It was Black Gambit 999, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right here, you said the link actually works on the Facebook. No. I would love to show assortments. Actually, I'll just show some of the pictures you have on actually that you sent me on on the email. Oh no 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 no. I'll share this with you. So you sent me this, which is the
Yes.
hoodie. Um and then you sent me this. So this is the shirt.
I can't see it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Um Can you see it now? Or maybe I have to zoom in more? Oh, you can't see it at all?
No, it's still on the hoodie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, the I'll just do this. Um, I'll just do this. So, do you see this one?
Yes.
So the black gamut, and then the back it says "fuck the system."
Yeah.
So that shirt is is it a female? Oh yeah, it's a female shirt
Yes.
for
Yes. It's a
girls,
prop.
and then you also have one for guys. And
Yes.
can you tell me more of
And
the price range for that?
those are $40. Those are 100% cotton.
Hmm.
They're screen printed shirts and custom labeled as well. So you aren't getting a shirt that says like Gildan or anything else. It's actually a Black Gambit shirt.
Okay. And then Black Gambit, live for what you love, and that you told me this
Yeah.
is what you're going to get with the merch.
Yes, that's a sticker that comes with the shirt.
Uh huh.
And that whole sticker, it used to say "die for what you love," but I had a near death experience during that time,
Uh huh.
and so somebody tried to kill me around that time. So I put, well, since I lived, then I might as well just live what I love to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good
like
message.
gambling is what I love.
And if you don't mind sharing, what was your near death experience recently?
Okay. Well, somebody was trying to shoot me. It was a war going on in my neighborhood at the time,
Uh huh.
and so I had gotten out the car. No, I was sitting in the car, and it's a car that pulled up next to me and just stayed there for like two minutes. So I stayed in the car. So they it it's a park across my street. So they kind of made a left turn, like they were like just going down the street, and
Uh
they
huh.
kind of reversed, and the guy jumps out the passenger seat, um, and he just started shooting at me. And for a
Damn.
minute, I'm trying to catch like what's going on because I just can't believe that somebody is shooting bullets at me. I'm like, wow. And I get out my car and I just run. And I'm talking about I haul ass.
Yeah.
and and I jump a gate and I get away, and the guy like he speeds off and the police come and everything. And so yeah, so that situation kind of changed my life. And I wanted to kind of bring that into the brand
Uh-huh.
because I'm like, I could have died.
Yeah.
And so
Was it
um
somebody like an enemy of yours, or you knew that person, or?
no, I don't know this kid. Um I am not involved in any gang coach or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, I just think that some people have ill intentions in their heart.
And Unique Unique said something while we were on the phone together, and we had like a serious personal conversation with each other, and he she did talk about the projects, and she said that the reason why there's a lot of, I asked her why there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of kids doing violence within the project, and she said this all stems from what the Nazis brought to America. So she said, have you noticed that all these Nazis were they it really opened my eyes, really, because I was just like wondering why these kids are just doing these gang violences. They're they're joining these, they're joining the music industry not knowing what the consequence it is with joining the music industry so early on. But um,
Mhm.
she was talking about how the projects they wanted to leave keep everybody in. See, they said when the Nazis made the projects for the Jews, they said it was to have the Jews, you know, practically practically in a neighborhood and not let them out of that neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
Those are those are the original ghettos.
yes, and she says that there's like three types of babies that come into the projects. She said that there was one time where they came and sprayed these chemicals in these buildings, and so there are the chem babies that
Mm.
they were exposed to these chemicals. I don't know what kind of chemicals they were. The second one is the I would not say cocaine, like the meth babies that, they the parents do drugs and then the babies come out with problems. And then the third one is she said there were like the chem babies, the drug babies, and then another type of babies that come into the projects, and then she says, well, think about it, you're having these you're giving guns and all these violence to these kids that are not all the way there because due to the chemicals, because due to the drugs that their parents were doing. So you're giving guns to them, and then you're not gonna, are you going to expect them to just sit there with the gun just like this, or you would expect them to use the gun for violence
Yeah,
because that's what all they surround themselves to, because they're not, first of all, they're not fully there. Second of all, you're giving them these tools to cause the violence.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I would imagine the person who was shooting at you was very young.
Very yes,
Yes.
yes, and he
So
was actually in his teens.
yeah, Unique really opened my eyes when she told me this, because she was like, think about the psychological thing that's going in their head. Now they're going to these music industries, and people, when we talk about Illuminati, when we talk about Illuminati within the music industry, a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it is considered conspiracy. But I want to touch base with that because there's a lot of people who are that go up into music fast, a lot of rap artists as
Mm.
well. And you really guess why they go up fast is because they sign they sign these contracts, these young rappers sign these music contracts, not knowing what the consequences are of signing these music contracts and being trapped in this Illuminati world.
Yeah, 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 man. It's so sad, man. What they have been conditioned to do for the fame and the money and the street credit and stuff like that.
And we call it brainwash.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of these, you know, I don't know if you believe in Illuminati as well and all that stuff, but I kind of do believe in the Illuminati, and I believe in if you're coming up in the music industry really fast as a young artist, then you practically signed your soul. And they take young kids from the projects, and they're like, okay, you want to make some money, you want to make some money quick, sign this music contract and put out the music that we want you to put out.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it's
Def-
like Takashi six
Definitely.
nine. The whole issue with Takashi 69, they're like, how is he not? How is he being a snitch? I was watching one broadcaster. I was watching one broadcast, and he was talking about how's this whole conversation, this situation. How is Takashi 69 being a snitch, but still in the music industry? And he just came out with the song with Nicki Minaj.
But
So it's just like, how's he still making music and he's snitching on all these rappers? And I'm like, it's because he's part of the Illuminati, and he is. A lot of people have Takashi 69 Takashi 69 as their username. He has a whole fan group on Twitter, Takashi 69, Instagram, Takashi 69. Even when he was in prison, Takashi 69. So it's
yeah,
kind of like you guys have to realize that how the Illuminati works. They want the music out there is because the message they're sending to these kids, and they're brainwashing these kids to, if you play, that's why a lot of people say play the music, there's subliminal messages, play the music backwards. So any music, like they usually do Beyonce music because they say Beyonce and Jay-Z are part of the Illuminati, and they
yeah,
played it backwards. And they said there's some there's some um, really bad messages that if you were to play it backward, it's subliminal messages they're putting in these songs. Now, they have to release these songs because they signed a contract with the Illuminati. You know what I mean? And Takashi 69 is just a puppet for their even bigger plan that they're planning. So they're keeping Takashi 69 as a way for him to attract younger viewers and put out
yeah.
music for younger viewers. And it's sad that Takashi 69 is actually putting new music out.
If it is an Illuminati, I don't have any proof. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Then it's sad that um it it took, or that they're using him to kind of bring down a lot of people, especially those who are those who are impoverished and don't have the same opportunities as him. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. And I think Takashi 69 is, I believe, Puerto Rican. I've heard he's Puerto Rican. He's some
yeah,
kind of
well, okay.
he's some kind of Spanish. I don't really want to search his name up because I really don't like his Takashi 69. Um I believe he is ethnicity. So he is. No, he's Mexican. Oh yeah, he is Puerto Rican. Father Puerto Rican. Yeah, his father is from Rio Piedras. His mother is from Atixco, Mexico. So there's a lot of Spanish in him. I thought he had Asian in him because his name is
Wow.
Takashi, and Takashi is a Japanese name.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yes. So I thought he was, but the thing is, I kind of feel sorry for him in a way because he is a young dude. He is a
Uh-huh.
young dude. He's
Yeah.
just he's just talking out of his mouth. You don't really know if he has much, they say, street cred for being all hard and stuff. And he even was attacking OG rappers such as Snoop Dogg and all that stuff. And I was like, you just don't do that. You don't do that.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't go for the OG rappers. They're
Mhm.
going to attack back, and they're probably going to win.
Yeah.
You're going to
They're
go,
definitely going to win. Yeah, and
yeah,
that's number one. You never go at the OGs. Never.
OGs, right? And Snoop
Mhm.
Dogg, every time somebody goes after him, he always has something smart to say, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's smoking weed. He's smoking marijuana." Like, oh yeah, that's clouding his judgment. I'm like, he's been smoking it since he started rapping. So what's the problem?
Right, right, right. Like that's not anything new.
Yes.
Yeah. And with Snoop Dogg, he's an older guy now. Like so, back then I would imagine that his lifestyle was way more of a dangerous thing than what he is now. Like now, like he's a TV guy.
He's
Like
just
he's a
laid
great
back.
dude.
He's just like,
Yeah, yeah.
any show that I could be on, I'll be on. But if you don't want someone to voice their opinion, don't have Snoop Dogg on there. People always dog Snoop Dogg about, oh, Snoop Dogg said this. Oh my God, Snoop Dogg said this about this rapper. Like recently, I did do when I was doing the review on Eminem's new song Zeus, and you should do check out Eminem's recent album called "To Be Music to Be Murdered."
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
there's a song called
Sounds
"Killer" on
sounds
there.
very interesting.
There's a song called "Killer" on there, and that's a song that I was just like listening to it, and I said, "Yo, this song is like unusual for him to do because he doesn't do these kind of songs. You have to listen to Killer in that album." But he did clap back on Zeus with Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg said that Eminem is not one of his 10 rappers, top 10 rappers. He's not even on there. And I get what Snoop Dogg is saying because Snoop Dogg is talking about the OG rappers, right? And
Uh-huh.
Eminem is not OG.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Compared to like his era. So like in our era, the OG rappers would be Dre, Snoop, M,
Snoop,
and stuff like that. But
Jay
in Snoop
Z.
era, the OG rappers would be like a Rakim, um, and people like that. Rakim and Coogee Rap, uh, people like that. Yeah,
Yeah, did Eminem come in like the 1990s? No, 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 no.
yeah.
Yeah, when did he first make a debut? Like,
I forget
yeah,
his
he
act.
did a song with Dr. Dre yeah, in the 1990s. Yeah, 1990s. He did the song "Forget About Dre."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
guess
yeah.
who produced the song? Guess who produced his a whole album? Who was behind it?
Oh,
Guess who? Dr.
oh
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was all
wow.
over his album. You
Yeah,
know this. Dr. Dre, he has to have, because he's under Dr. Dre's label.
yeah,
He's under Dr. Dre's label for sure, Eminem.
yeah, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
so I was just
Yeah.
like telling my viewers they need to make up, patch things up. If they don't like new school rap, then why don't you guys do something about it? You guys both don't like new school rap. Y'all say it in the public media. Both of you guys made fun of Takashi. So why don't
Well,
just do music together?
my my cure for that was to find underground rap. Um and listen to that. Like listen to maybe a Danny Brown or a
Uh-huh.
a Currency or a Flatbush Zombies and people like that. Like those are the people that really kept my interest as far as rap goes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like feature them on your album.
huh?
Like say featuring them on their album.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then that gives them exposures too. That's why I love Lupe Fiasco, because his album Titio and Youth, he had a couple of underground rappers. He also had um, a lot of underground poets as well that we didn't know of, and that was Titio and Youth. His One of his songs was like 8 minutes long. No, I think it was like 10 minutes long, and that was featuring two underground rappers we've never heard about. And I think it stemmed from him being an underground rapper too, Lupe Fiasco, and then Kanye West bringing him on the spotlight with that song "Touch the Sky."
Mhm.
Yeah, so a lot of exposure there. So, um, what was my other question? So you were into music and all that stuff. So when you were a DJ, what did you DJ about? Like, what was your main music genre that you focused on as a
Oh,
DJ?
house, footwork, juke, stuff like that. Because in that era, in that time, that was what was hot, and I wouldn't play nothing else because that was my
Yeah.
passion. And I was in high school, and I didn't want to hear anything else.
Oh, okay. Yes. House. Oh, house music. Okay, so you were in the era with my cousins. My cousins, they're two DJs. They live in Maria. If you guys are watching, shout out to DJ David E and uh DJ Echo. That's my cousin's DJ names. DJ David E and DJ Echo. And then
Cool.
they used to do a lot of old school rap, but they used to do a lot of house music as well. So like those house musics like um what was it? Like the house music, like the trance musics.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only like one trans singer. Her name is Sharon Mac Macaron Macaron, and there was a song called "Hard to Get." I don't know if you know it. I can't sing it because I might get copyright strike. But Sharon mm, Macaron, "Hard to Get." Oh my gosh, that's hard. That's what my cousin told me about. I think her name is Sharon Macaron, and she also I don't know what song she did, but that's the only song that I like from house music. But like, do you go to these festivals for house? I know they have like different festivals for these house musics now.
I have only been to one, so hopefully I can go to more.
My
House
cousins as
scene is
well.
beautiful though. Like that scene from
Hmm.
what I grew up experiencing and just being around people because I live and was born and raised in a home of house. So it's
Hmm.
like this kind of genre brings together people of all age groups.
Hmm. Okay. So,
So
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, and it was interesting kind of seeing the transition from like house to like ghetto house and seeing that gen, and then us in the now where we do it, and it's like they get to see us do our thing and
Yeah.
stuff. It's so cool.
I
Yeah.
think that old school versus new school. I would pick old school, actually.
Really?
New school is doing too much with all these like new dances, and now it's just like the TikTok challenges. It's doing too much, you know. We had very few dance moves, and it's just like they're like a rapper does something on TikTok, and then or like a singer does something, like Jason Derulo did something with TikTok, and then everybody else follows. You know, you want to be a trendsetter. You don't want to be following the trendsetter. Come on now.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
But another question I was gonna ask you, other than your clothing brand, what kind of clothing brand do you like to wear?
Go to where? I'm a real preppy type of dude.
Uh
So
huh.
like a button up and some khakis and loafers would do just quite all right. Okay, I dress like a grandpa.
Uh huh.
Um, days, some days. Tomorrow, I will send you a picture of whatever I'm wearing. I'm going out. And as a matter of fact, I think I just bought some shoes. I can show you the shoes I had. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, those are cute. Those are
Yeah.
really cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
You know, a lot of guys like shoe brands and everything, the dress shoe brands. I like the Stacy Adams styles. The Stacy Adams
yes.
brands for guys.
Yes.
Those are
Yes. Yes.
very
I just had
sexy
a
on
pair of those.
guys.
Yes. Yes, I just had a pair of those.
Uh huh. The
Um,
Stacy Adams.
let's
So
see, Adam.
I'm gonna play a little game for since you are um you have your own clothing brand. I'm gonna name out brands for you, and you're gonna pick which ones they are. I'm just gonna name them on the top of my head. So okay, okay, Nike, Nike or Adidas?
I would say Adidas.
Adidas, you're Adidas.
Yes.
Ah, I'm Nikes.
And it's crazy because I would prefer Nike's shoes,
Uh-huh.
but I would say Adidas have more of of a of a eclectic style.
Okay. Some people
Yeah.
say that Nike Adidas are getting old. Do you think that that's true?
Yes.
They're going out of style or something. My friend said it. It's not
Yes.
some people, it's
Yeah.
just one friend that said it. Okay, so let's do uh okay, Timberlands or Uggs?
Uggs.
Why you why Uggs?
Uggs be because of the backstory, and I actually own a pair of
Uh-huh.
loafers.
Oh, okay.
These are the best loafers I've ever had, ever. They're so comfortable, and a lot of people don't know Uggs was originally for men.
Oh. So when did they start doing women?
I don't I don't know when they started doing women. I just know that they just started off as a brand for men.
Okay.
Um, and I was blessed to receive a pair for my birthday.
Oh, recently?
No, this had to be 7 years ago, and I still
Oh,
have the
okay.
pair.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people love Timberlands nowadays, and they're very, very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started laughing because the rapper Timberland, the producer. I thought it was his brand. They're like,
Everyone did.
no.
I swear, I'm like, everyone did.
I said, no. Oh my gosh. So, um, so I got dress shirt brands. Okay, so John. Okay, so Calvin Klein
Mm-hmm.
or Calvin Klein or Calvin Klein or damn it, I'm drawing a blank. What's that one? Okay, I think they call it John Saint Bay shirts.
Okay. John Saint.
John
John
Saint.
Saint.
Yes, I think it's called John Saint Bays.
Check that out. That sounds
Oh, Saint John
interesting.
Bays. Saint John Bays.
Okay. Saint John Babes.
So if you're thinking dress shirts, would you go do Saint John Bays, or would you go with a Calvin Klein shirt?
Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein.
Calvin
Okay.
Klein.
Let's go into colognes, cause let's not because you do not just clothing lines, but you do not colognes, but other accessories as well than clothing. So let's do colognes. Would you do would you do Gucci or Coach?
Gucci.
Gucci.
Gucci smells amazing.
Oh man, I used to work for fragrances. Um, Versace or Coach?
Versace or Coach. That's a tough one.
And that could go for clothing as well. They do have clothing.
Um. Okay. So for Versace for sure for the clothing. As
Yes,
far as the fragrance, I would say Coach.
Coach. YSL or Tom Ford?
Tom Ford because they like to add a lot of layers. I love layers.
You also like the musk because Tom Ford is musky.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Let's go into electronics because I believe in the future for your online store you're going to have some electronics, maybe cases, phone
Yeah,
cases.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe like some headphones or something like that.
Yes. So, laptop brands, HP or Dell?
Dell.
Dell, huh? HP HP has been coming out with a lot of what do they call it? Chromebooks, or they call it, you know, it's very good for college students because they're just saving their work on the laptop. But for gamers, for editors, like me and you, you do graphic designing, I do editing. We need a lot of space on the computer, and I feel Dell has more of a option for us to do.
Yeah.
Are you an Android or iPhone person?
Although I own an Android, I would love to
Yes.
have an iPhone.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
So
currently working. So about the next time we have another interview, because it will happen again.
Okay.
I will have an iPhone.
Okay. Let's do headphones. So right now I do have the Sony's, but I do have the Sony headphones on right now, but Sony or Dre's?
Great question. Oh, that's an amazing question. Ooh.
If you had to put on a pair. It's hard, huh? Because Dre's are as a really popular brand. Dr. Dre's making money off of that.
It is, but it's like being a guy that likes to engineer his own tracks. Such a hard choice. It's such a hard choice.
Yeah. You know, Facebook is coming out with is making their own, devices as well.
Really?
Yeah, they're making virtual reality glasses. The virtual realities, they're making
Oh,
their
that's
own.
pretty.
No, I think they already have it out. I'm not sure, but yeah, Facebook is making stuff for. They're growing. Facebook used to be just social media, friends and family. Now it's like they have it like their Facebook is set up like as like YouTube, where people could make content and post it on Facebook, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Um, they're doing lots of stuff on Facebook as well. Facebook has grown. Facebook has grown, and they say
Yeah.
Facebook is dying out. I was like, not the pace they're going at. I
Yeah.
tell you.
And I think they say that because a lot of the younger kids, um, a lot of kids or youth are you using stuff like TikTok and Snapchat.
Hmm. And TikTok is part of Instagram.
Really? Oh,
They're
that's cool.
they're they're,
Um,
they're connected. Yeah.
cool. Yeah. And I think a lot of the older crowd are using like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I noticed. You know who uses a lot, and we're gonna be talking about culture. I'll be talking more about culture, y'all, next. But Filipinos. Any Filipino people you come across has a Facebook page. Don't tell the don't believe them when they say they don't have a Facebook page. Their life is surrounded by Facebook. No. I have a friend that is on Facebook and she's Filipino. She posts 24/7. I mean, I think
Mhm.
five posts a day. Literally, like she does TikTok too. She's way older than me, but she loves doing like karaoke. She loves doing TikTok. That's what I don't like about the stereotypes. Not all Asians are into karaoke, guys. But I don't know. This is
I
like
love karaoke. I'm not
I
gonna lie, I
love
love
karaoke.
karaoke.
What is your karaoke song?
What? Oh, that's a great question. Um, what's my karaoke song? Hmm. Anything from I would say Al Hudson or Michael Jackson or the Stylistics.
Stylistics. I've never heard Stylistics.
So the Stylistics is a band that made the song "People Make the World Go Round." Check that song out if you haven't heard it.
Let me
It's a pretty cool song.
Stylistics.
Yeah, that song kind of put everyday life into perspective for me.
You Make Me Feel Brand New. People Make the World
Mm,
Go Round. I'll check it out. I do like oldies as well, but not all oldies though. My favorite karaoke song, and I belch it out, is by Melanie Fiona, and then
okay.
the song is 4 a.m. You know that song?
Yes. Oh my God. Like that is pretty.
And Carrie Underwood, Before He Cheats.
Okay.
I like that song. And any Adele songs as well.
Adele is amazing. First of all, let's get that
Yes.
way. Okay.
No, the bod. Did you see her body? She just lost major weight. She's in a new
Really?
relationship. Yes,
Oh. She doing her thing.
and it's with a black rapper
Okay.
in the UK. It's a UK rapper.
It's
Um,
a Skepta.
I was gonna think that maybe it is. Hold on, Adele boyfriend. It is Skepta. Oh my God, Skepta just made a song
What's great?
called "Show Out."
Oh,
She's with Skepta. She's with Skepta, and I'm waiting for her to do a rap song with him. Maybe do a chorus or something with Skepta. Yeah, that'd be
yeah.
dope. I'll be putting that on replay. But then,
Yes.
what if they break up? It's still anything Adele makes is fire. Anything Adele makes
Yeah.
is a hit song.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were like saying that the weight loss with Adele, they said that they liked her before she did the weight loss. They're saying that
Okay.
it's kind of the I think they're just not used to change. But I think she just changed for herself. Like I think Melissa McCarthy, which is another fantastic actress that does comedy movies, she said in one Ellen DeGeneres interview, that she said she wanted to lose weight because she is a plus size. She is plus size as well, and she said she wanted to lose weight because of her health, and she just wanted to change her lifestyle. So anybody who is Adele fans, maybe she wants to change her lifestyle. So let her change her lifestyle. She is much happier now. Okay, she divorced her husband. I don't know what went on with that situation. And she is with Skepta, and she looks happier than ever, actually.
Skepta. Yes. Skepta is the man, and he's amazing, and he's
Mhm.
awesome, and his photo shoots are dope, and I hope to have a six pack one day, and he's really cool. So yeah, she's winning. I'm happy for them both.
Yes. And let's go into love, relationships, and everything.
Come
So
on.
they say that when you're, cause okay, let's say Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai is with Jeezy, right? She's with Jeezy. They're engaged. They're about to get married. This is my celebrity gossip, so this is kind of like spill the tea with Nikki, you know? But anyways, she's
Okay.
with Jeezy. They're about to get married. You know what I mean? And before she was, I don't want to bring race into this, but okay. For example, okay, she was with a white dude. She was with a white dude, and now she's with Jeezy. She's much happier with Jeezy. Actually, the white dude cheated on her with another white girl,
Hmm.
okay, and they completely divorced. But it was hard on her because it was years of marriage, you know, and it's kind of like now it's just like everybody's saying, oh, she's with a black guy. It's because she's with a black guy. She's happier. He treats her better. You know, was it
Okay.
because of race really? Because they bring race into it, and I'm like, "Ye- so
Well,
yeah, now she has a black guy, and the black guy obviously knows how to treat a woman better than a white guy, and it's just like,
uh, all I can say is I'm happy to hear that. I've never
Uh-huh.
heard anything like that ever about a black man treating a woman. Period. It's always, well, black men don't know how to treat women and stuff like that. So I am happy to hear that she's happy because she's with a black man,
Uh-huh.
although that may not be the case
Yeah.
because relationships is all about the person that they're with and if you all mesh well and things like that. It's a lot of factors that go into relationships. So in that particular relationship, it's not about race. It's
It's
just about
not.
just being happy with who you're with.
Yeah, and then it's just like, let's talk about interracial couples. Okay,
What's up? Yeah.
interracial couples. There are a lot
Okay.
of. I was actually reading upon. Um, I came across something when scrolling on Instagram actually, and there was a black woman who is married to a white man,
Okay.
and they have their kid, little baby,
Mm-hmm.
and they were planning to sell the house. Now this is
Mm-hmm.
really interesting what she did and what she had to do. Okay, what they had to do was she had to take away all of the pictures of the her with him so that they could sell the house in a higher price in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was saying that they couldn't, from experience, this is not her like assuming, okay, saying, oh, okay, I'm not going to do this because no, she said they tried to sell the house for a higher price with just her and him, but there's she's saying that if we put him in a, if I take myself out, is because she knew it was something racial, oh,
Mm-hmm.
there's a black woman with a, white dude, the house is not going to sell with, so they were trying to sell their house in the market, so she took all the pictures of her and her child, she took all that pictures out, and then just had pictures of him, and
Mm-hmm.
then tried to sell their house in the market, and it sold for the price that they wanted the house to be sold at. So that
Mm-hmm.
was kind of sad that she had to do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
But
she
it's
said
definitely
that
successful.
when she and her baby was, included in the, the pictures and all that stuff, there was not people who wanted to buy the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what? And then you had to she said it was really sad that she had to do it, but she had to do it in order to sell the house for her family, get
Definitely
it for
sad.
her family. But like the interracial couple thing, I did watch a documentary about it. There are
Mm-hmm.
some states that they really don't accept interracial couples.
Yeah.
There are people who don't allow it in their neighborhoods
Right.
in the documentary, and those are the people like in the countryside, like in the country areas
Mm-hmm.
where they still believe in segregation. They still believe. I think it's like, I would have to say like the country, like the South, somewhere in the South. There was like a black man with a white woman, and then they were getting like threats, move out of your house or else, they,
Mm-hmm.
and then they said that they spent their whole savings, because I think it was the wife that was a teacher, and so they retired and decided to stay in that neighborhood, buy the house in that neighborhood. Maybe it was a good price for the house, and they're like, no, because we spent all of our retirement savings on this house, so why do we have to move?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And then she was talking in the documentary how she accepted her husband the way he is, she for years, and he's accepted her the way she is for years. So she was just like, you guys need to stop this. This is
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. So there is a lot of controversies, even like Asian women being with black guys, or Spanish women being with black guys, or or the other way around. They do get stares.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
what's your
yeah,
thoughts
yeah.
on that?
I mean, I could only imagine that they get stares. It's amazing that they will still get stares in 2021.
Hmm.
Okay. By now, we should be used to interracial couples. Um, People should date who they feel like makes them happy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Even if some people may not agree with it, they should understand that people make their own choices and what makes them happy. So it doesn't matter who dates who, as long as they're happy. Um, and those who kind of don't talk down about their own race, because you do get those that kind of date outside their race, but then tend to talk down on the men or the women of their own race as to why they date other races.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and that's totally not fair. Especially, I think it's because, okay, so my mother, she's a lot of parents. They are
but
so used to
oh,
you. Uh huh. Go ahead.
but I but I will say women from all races are beautiful.
Yes.
But I will say also that black women are just amazing. Okay,
Uh.
and I have to say this: they they are the apple of my eye.
Yeah.
They are amazing. The most influential uh women that have ever been in my life of all time. So I just had to just let that be known that uh,
Uh huh.
I love black women.
Okay. Oh, that's your type of women.
Definitely my type of women.
Okay.
Yes, my and not just for um a romantic purpose. It's been shown through friendships and everything.
Uh huh.
Um, I I don't have many friends of like different races. I
Uh
would
huh.
love to, cause I don't discriminate if you're like if you're Asian or if you're Caucasian or anything. I won't look at you any different. I just had I just have a lot of relationships and friendships with black women. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying that like a lot of parents they want their kids, especially when they are my parents are immigrants from Laos, and so it's kind of like they wanted me to stick with Lao people because it's just like they're used to it, and it's just like when somebody of a Lao culture goes and marries somebody with a Lao culture, they don't have to teach that person the Lao culture because they already know it. So it's kind of like I think my mom was accepting to other cultures, even white cultures. She was accepting to. I think it was when my little sister, you know, dated a white guy. They now they're still dating, and so it's just like she accepted it, and then when my aunt was dating at one point was dating a black guy because her persona, I think it was her being prejudiced. I was confused. I was like, Mom, you're being racist. Mom, you're being racist, you know? But when she came to this country, okay, and to America, it was during the time after the Vietnam War, because we were if you go watch my video, I was talking about, if you guys go on Nikki Say now and watch my video, I did tell you the story about how my mom came to America and all that. And she came to America. She was actually in she when she came to America, they get assigned a state and a city where the government puts them in, and she
Mm.
got assigned Richmond, California. And during that time, she came in 1980. During that time, there was a lot of gang violence, but people who used to live in Richmond, California back then, they said that they cleaned up the streets. It's much cleaner now. There's less gang violence in Richmond, California. But during that time in 1980s, there was a lot of gang violence, uh, you know, not just black gangs. There was Mexican gangs, there was Asian gangs in Richmond, California as well. So there
Uh-huh.
was a lot of violence that when she first came, she did it in Laos. She wasn't surrounded with a lot of races. So the first
Mm.
personification of her, I mean her first thought of a black person was like a guy. Once she saw, like, when she went to the bus one time, the public bus, she saw a guy shirtless, just bobbing his head, had a stereo on his shoulder, and then she was literally scared because that was the first black race that she saw.
I have a story about that because I was that kid in high school. Like, I would walk around with
Yeah.
us with a speaker playing like rap or house or whatever, just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can relate to that guy.
Yeah, but her first reaction, because if you go look at Laos, was heavily influenced by French people. French people predominantly white, right? So she saw a white race, but she's never seen a black race before. So when she came to Richmond, California for the first time, yes, she was not scared, but she was just like, does he have anything better to do than sit in the back of the bus with the stereo and bobbing his head to loud music? So when she came back from the store, she saw the same black guy with the stereo, shirtless, just bobbing his head, walking on the side of the street. For us, it's normal to see, but for my
Mhm.
mom, it wasn't normal to see. So when she when didn't allow us to date black guys, I think she was just being prejudiced, because I was like, not all black guys are like that.
Mhm.
Mom, like, you have to think about that. Like, not all black guys are like that. You're being racist. But
Yeah,
once I learned about being prejudiced, I was like, you're being prejudiced. You're not being
yeah,
racist. Because
yeah.
my
I was
aunt
actually going to
dated.
bring that point up earlier in the conversation about the
Uh-huh.
difference between the two.
Yeah.
Racism is actually a system that's used to oppress a certain people. You got prejudice, just used in other ways. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, she was being prejudiced because when she met the black guy that my aunt was dating, she actually she I was, didn't make sense, because it didn't make sense because she was like saying this and that about black guys and everything, but then she was watching like Tiger Woods play and everything. He's a black guy. He has Asian in him. Maybe that's why she liked him. I think he has Asian in him. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
Asian in him, and she liked how he dressed. She liked that golfer kind of look. And so I was like,
Yeah.
Mom, he's black, so you be talking about
Yeah.
black guys. He's black. He's like,
Yeah.
look at how he dressed though. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so she doesn't like black guys that dress a certain way. And her mentality was that first black guy that she saw. I think that was a culture shock for her. So she was being prejudiced against those type of people, not the
Yeah.
race. So
Yeah.
because the guy that my aunt introduced her to, she was dressed all nice. He was dressed like Tiger Woods and stuff like that, just like Tiger Woods, with the khaki golfer shorts with the nice dress shirt or
Mm.
whatever, and she's like, wow, he speaks properly. He doesn't speak like the black guys I've seen, like, back then in Richmond, California, like in his mentality, like, okay, so not all black. I was like, not all black guys are like that. I just said that. Like, not all black guys are like that.
She had to see it for herself.
She
Yeah.
had to see it for herself. Yes, and
Yeah.
and I just realized, I was like, you're just being prejudiced with those type of guys, but that's how
Yeah.
they dress, mom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all different types of black guys out here. It's all
Yeah,
different types of people out here. It's all different types of aesthetics and stuff like that that people like, and they may dress or act a certain way and things like that. Yeah. So
yeah, because
you never know until you're in
uh
that realm or you've been introduced by the right person.
yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, because you're being black, and then you said you like to dress preppy, like
Uh huh.
you say you like to dress preppy.
Yeah.
She might
Yeah.
she might like how you dress, but she doesn't like. I know a lot of, like, not just Asian moms or Asian dads. I know, like, of other races too. If you are in the older generations, you don't want to see. When the older generations, they used to dress really proper with their
Yeah.
pants
Yeah.
buckled and everything, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that she's talking about.
They wouldn't want to see my other side, a guy that's like wears like the stretch jeans and a
Hmm.
biker jacket and Dr. Martens and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And Steve Harvey even says that, and he's been saying that. And if you read, he says that, I think, in his book, that he said he wouldn't want his daughters to be introduced, or bring home a guy that is not properly dressed. And he says
Mhm.
that in his show as well. He
Yeah.
said, I wouldn't want a guy, you know, to come and introduce themselves with with pants down to their thighs, just like
Yeah.
showing. Might as well show
Yeah.
your underwear. Yeah, it's like that's what a lot of people who are older generations would say, like Steve Harvey would say,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really liked what he said, because he says, like, to a lot of guys in his show on Ask Steve, he says, well, you they'll be like, okay, well, they don't like how I dress, saying, my girl says, she doesn't like how I dress and everything, and he's like, what how you dress is how you present yourself. And then there was one episode where he took out his son, and he says, this is how every man should dress, properly dressed. And he stood, and his son was wearing like a
Nice.
suit with a tie,
Nice.
a
Nice.
blazer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love dressing like that for number one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because my father used to dress like that. So like that's
Older generations. Yes.
hmm
Uh-huh.
and so that's why I kind of picked the fashion bug up front was him. Um, and so the responses that I got from young and older people were really cool, and like I found out how to like mix and match and kind
Uh-huh.
of live in that lane and find myself in that lane. And so I really love to dress like that. Hence why I got those shoes and have the Uggs and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, but it's kind of interesting to see what generations identify it, what's appropriate or not when it comes to fashion in a sense. Um,
Mhm.
and it really says that fashion or just clothes means a lot more than what people say that it means.
It tells a story.
It definitely tells a story,
Yes.
and I hope
Um,
I'm I I I just hope that Black Gambit is a product is a part of that story.
Yes, yes, yes. I would love to see success in your business. I love to see success in everybody's business, especially during the pandemic and everything. It's even harder for a lot of business owners to come out with a lot of like online stores, stores in general. So for you to have success in your business, even during the pandemic, that's kudos to you. Um, so we're talking about fashion and generations of fashion, and everything. But what kind of fashion? What if you had to explain in words? What um how would you describe your fashion? I mean, your fashion within your clothing with your brand.
My fashion within my clothing would be kind of punkish,
Uh huh.
uh, goth at times, but more so like punk and like rock. Kind of
Punk
like,
rock.
yeah, definitely.
Do you feel
I'm
like those?
alternative.
Uh huh.
Um, I'm alternative.
Alternative, like
Yeah.
like alternative rock.
Mhm.
Okay. So do you feel like those people, punk rockers or the anybody who has that sense of style, because you're talking about your brand is mainly about outcasters and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Uh,
Yeah.
do you think that the punk rockers are the ones that are getting outcasted?
Um, it was a time where they probably was,
Hmm.
because they were being themselves and people didn't like it or didn't accept it.
Uh-huh.
So I definitely b- believe that. Yeah,
So do you think
they
punk rockers, because they have that unique style to themselves, do you think that that really you think that avant-garde is influence from the punk rockers? Because I see a little bit of punk rock in avant-garde as well.
avant-garde.
Avant-garde is like the Lady Gaga styles, the
Oh,
very
word.
unique,
Cool.
outrageous styles.
Okay. Um, I would say probably him. A lot of Jimmy.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
Jimi
and I'm gonna
Hendrix?
say Jimmy because that's where I get a lot of my style from.
Oh,
Like
Jimi Hendrix,
it
the rock.
has, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and it doesn't have to be how he dressed, but how his music sounds makes me picture how I would dress.
Oh, okay. Got it.
um, um,
Let, let,
so
let me see Jimi Hendrix real quick. I might pop him up when I edit. Jimi Hendrix. Okay. Oh, he's like that 70s look.
mhm.
70s was very colorful.
It definitely was. I have a lot of stuff that's colorful. I plan on bringing out stuff from Black Gambit that's colorful as well. So be on the lookout.
So when you were talking about love and relationship, you said that you predominantly love black women, but are you gonna bring in colors? Because I know there's different colors and textures that matches different skin tones. So are you gonna bring forth a lot of colors that match other races as well?
Definitely, yes, yes.
Because I know,
Um,
uh-huh, go ahead.
I mean, just because you know what I'm saying, I only see myself with Black women doesn't mean that I won't have other pieces for other races.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I definitely will be doing pieces for everyone.
Yeah. Like for example, I know a lot of guys don't like, me talking about makeup, but all for all the girl viewers out there, like I can never get, because I love wearing lipstick and everything. I always be wearing lipstick, and like every of my episodes I have a different lip color on, but I never touch a base with a purple lipstick. dark purple lipstick is always
Black people
beautiful
lipstick.
on black
Come on.
women.
Yes, it is. That and black lipstick as well.
Black
And red.
lipstick, red lipstick. Red lipstick does really look. I look like a geisha with a red lipstick on. I do. They always say like because I always wear. If you wear the trick with the makeup is if you're wearing red lipstick, and my big sister taught me this. If you're wearing red lipstick, girls, always don't do too much with the eyes because you already popping out with that red lipstick or purple lipstick or any kind of dark lipsticks that you want to wear, girls. You're popping up, but I'm talking to my fellow Asians. Okay, so but I've noticed a lot of black women they rock out these eyeshadows and the red lipsticks just fine. But Asian girls when they do that, it's just when I do that it's too much. It's too much. So I tend to do just eyeliner and then red lipstick and then I'm good to go. But yeah, I love some, you know, when black girls they do their makeup, I'm in awe. I'm in awe because there's certain colors that I wear that I can't pull off like black women do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know my black friends they say, "Oh my god, you can pull it off, girl." I was like, "No, I can't. No, I
Um,
can't." It's specific
um,
skin tones, you know.
yeah. And I actually got into wearing a lot of colors because I had a friend that stayed in New York, and she was like, "Well, you're dark skin, so you can wear like bright colors and stuff like that."
Yeah.
And I tried it, and it worked. So I wore tie tie dye for 2 years straight, like right after that, and like it was like pink and like green and stuff. And I'm like, this is really working.
Oh, I know. And then a lot of black people they're very the color that they could pull off is yellow. I could never
Hmm.
pull out yellow.
Yeah, so I plan on making sure like that. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes. Yellow and green. You
Green,
guys
yes,
could
I have a lot of green.
you guys could pull that off. For
those
me, no. I don't look good in yellow.
those those are the earth tone colors, and they also match the undertone of our skin too. So if you look at my hand, it's a red undertone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I kind of go about as well as the undertones.
Damn. Oh my gosh. So what so you say that you're going to have a lot of stuff coming soon to your online store. What
Mhm.
specific stuff are you going to have as far as you said the hats you're gonna
No,
have soon.
jackets,
Uh-huh.
hats, uh, books, uh,
Interesting. What are you gonna do with the books?
books because I'm kind of want to write about my story
Oh,
and
okay.
kind of give a different perspective on us as a black people, um showing that it's a guy from quote unquote the hood
Hmm.
that kind of dropped out of college and made it through high school, that still
Hmm.
found his way out and didn't get sucked up into the streets or like drugs and stuff like that.
Hmm. Oh, okay. And then
Mhm.
you said you're gonna bring forth a lot of colors into your clothing as well. Um, so you guys look out for his store. It's a really interesting story. I like the meaning behind it. It's Gambit is about taking taking chances. right? You said taking chances.
Yeah, taking
That get
chances of being you.
of being you. Taking chances of being you guys, and I've been telling you guys that. So if you guys
Yeah.
want to get it imprinted on you guys' bodies, not tattoos, shirts, okay,
No,
hoodies.
no, please get tattoos. Thank you so much.
Please get, if you like Black Gambit, yes, please get it tattooed. But yeah, be on the lookout for a lot of his projects because he has a lot of good projects. Um, I'm gonna end this shortly. This is like a lot. I would go on and on with these conversations, but yeah, check out his store, his online store. I'll have the link below for his online store, Shop Origin, or you can his
Stop.
purchase his hoodie on Etsy, and you just have the red hoodie, correct? The red hoodie available on Etsy.
Yes, yes, I is.
So you're gonna add more on Etsy, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but
Actually, I'm working on for the spring soon.
uh-huh.
Ve- very soon. So these will drop on the 19th of this month, which
19th
is
of this month,
March.
March
March,
19th.
and then I may double back with something else, and then come up with something else.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um,
Okay, so Etsy, I'm gonna do the link in the description for Etsy. I'm gonna share it now. Um, right here. I'm gonna share it now. This is the Etsy, $50 for
with
the deep red hoodie, guys. You have the
um
option.
with 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 the website, it will be fully available on the 19th. We're still getting together the photo shoots and everything for it.
Okay.
So it will be complete by the day of the launch.
Okay, so March 19th is going to be your launch, but they could reserve if they were to order it now, let's just say they could reserve it.
Yes.
Okay, so you could reserve it as well. Um, there is his name right there, Dale Phillips. Yeah, go on Etsy, check out his stuff, and you're gonna tell me right when the shop origin is under construction right now.
Yes. I will let you
You could.
know when it's back up and complete. And I also sent sent her your information so that you can talk to her.
Oh, okay. You said her my information.
Huh?
Okay. What's her name again?
Her name is Ashley.
Ashley. Ashley. Okay. Ashley, if you're watching, I'll be interviewing you next. That's your. I'm talking to your business partner right now. I'm talking to your business partner. I would love to see because I've seen that Native American design on Shop Origin, and I thought it was you designing it.
Uh-huh.
Um, but
Yeah.
behind
If
all
it
of
was
it is.
me, then it would look way more scarier than how it looks.
Oh, okay. So let me know if Ashley's available. I would love to talk to her. Yes, but it's you'll get your shipment in 1 to 3 business days.
Mhm.
He has accessories as well. I am going to be ordering your mug soon. Don't worry about that. For my Sibley Tea Time, as you guys know, my viewers, I be collecting mugs. I recently collected. I went to San Diego. I collected a Coronado Beach mug. So
Okay.
I would
All
like
right.
to travel and then just collect mugs everywhere. So
Okay.
so I would love to. It said, wait, you have a Black Gambit mug, right?
No, I don't, but I do have a Black Gambit journal.
Oh, I would love that. And then what
Yeah.
does it say on the journal?
It says the Black Gambit is a eclectic being who follows the beat of their own drums. Someone who is a influencer of like-minded people through being who they truly are.
Okay.
So
I'm, okay, go ahead.
yeah. So the Black Gambit is a leader of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Just a person who does what they do, how they want to do it, and people like that. Like people gravitate to stuff like that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's progressing.
Yes. It's just embracing who you are.
Yeah. Embracing who you are and progressing from it and having other people follow that footstep as well. You always have to, everybody wants a legacy.
Definitely, and Black Gambit is definitely a part of mine.
Okay. I love that message, y'all. Go check out Black Gambit. I'm all in love with your brand. You're gonna go far with it. I know. You're gonna go far with a lot of people who are rock band fans because I love that metallic kind of font you have as well. I'm into fonts. I always talk about fonts whenever I do an album review. But check out this. I always talk about the fonts. I love the fonts. But anyways, check out Black Gambit. $50 for the deep red hoodie for now. But you said your shirts, the shirts that you sent me the images, uh,
Will be
they
on
are
sale for
45 $45.
but originally they are $40, but they will
Okay.
be on sale for 25.
For 25, I might get it for 25 t-shirts.
T-shirts, yes.
Um, and I will showcase your next time. Hopefully, we do a good interview. Hopefully, I might be like wearing your merch and wearing hopefully Ashley's merch as well. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see you guys' new website. Are you guys gonna do an actual website like a personal website for you guys'?
If we ever join up together and go into business with each other, then I think that could happen. But I think she's touching up her website for her. So that's why I kind of made my own, so that I will always have something that people can come and shop at.
Okay, okay. We're gonna be a lookout for that really soon, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that will be released on the 19th. And I think I'm gonna put the t-shirts on there too, so people can buy the rest of those.
Yes. Do you guys have backpacks as well?
Yes, on shop originally, yeah.
I'm a backpack person myself, so yes, I
Oh,
need to start buying backpacks for all my gears and stuff because I'm gonna be start vlogging soon for my channel. So I'm looking for backpacks.
yes.
And
Okay.
over here, and I don't know in Chicago, but over here in Cali, you see a lot of people carrying their backpacks. In
Yeah.
SoCal, in the Bay Area, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like they go around, carry the
Yeah.
backpacks. So she has a couple of merch y'all that he wants to show to the t-shirts.
This is the
This is
very
men's
first.
and women's. It's a unisex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Black Gambit, unisex.
This is the first design, and then I also do
You know what
other
that
custom.
reminds me of? The Hobbit. The Hobbit kind of, not the Hobbit. Yeah, the Hobbit kind of font.
Okay. Yeah. That's the that's the original font, and
Uh-huh.
then I also have the custom bleach dyed shirts.
Oh, it's a
These.
crop top, unisex
Yeah.
for men and women because I know some men do wear those crop tops though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
they do wear those crop tops.
Mm-hmm. What else do I have? of purchasing the keychains, and then the packaging as well is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It says thank you for shopping, or thank you for supporting us and stuff like that. It explains the meaning of Black Gambit, and the message is to not be a poser.
No posers. And I've seen a couple of it on your Instagram page. If you guys go on his Instagram page, I'm gonna show you right now on my phone. Um, your Instagram page. See, she's rocking that. She's rocking that like the blue lipstick. I love it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Love
can't I
it.
can't I can't zoom
Penny.
in on my cat zoom in into that. But yes, and she's wearing it, so the t-shirt is unisex. Um, yeah, I've seen a lot of the anti-poser thing. Are you gonna make the anti-poser thing a design on one of your shirts?
Definitely. Those actually come out as a add-on as stickers with the hoodie.
Oh, okay. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm actually gonna pop up the emails he sent me. Um, it's this one right here I'm talking about. So he said you're saying that they could get the sticker.
Yes,
This
they
is
can
the
definitely get the
sticker.
sticker when they order the hoodie.
Okay, when you guys order the hoodie, this
And
is what you guys gonna get, y'all. Perfect design. I would love to
yes,
see that on a t-shirt though. I think a lot of guys would buy this type of design as well. Um, yes. So get y'all a hoodie, y'all. Get y'all a hoodie before it's
please get a
not
hoodie.
cold. And make sure you guys check out his spring line. He said his spring line's coming out, so check it out. Black Gamut, Dale. Thank you for being on the show.
Sure. Thank you for
Thank
inviting me to the
you.
show and tell my story.
Um, you're welcome. I just love story time, so that's really cool to hear. You talk about it, and we had interesting conversations, interesting topics.
Mm-hmm.
And I look
Definitely.
forward to interviewing your partner, Ashley. So give me the details on that. Make sure you
I
give me the
will.
details on that. Make sure you guys go follow his social media, Black Gambit 999 on Facebook, Instagram. Is it just Facebook and Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Facebook and Instagram. Follow all of my social medias, Nikki Say It Now, on everywhere, actually. Twitter, Instagram. I'm actually going to be streaming on Twitch. I'm going to be doing gaming on Twitch soon. So look
Yes.
forward to Nikki Say It Now on Twitch. Make sure you guys go to my other channel, Nikki Say It Now. I have news videos, reaction videos. If you guys don't know where my news videos are, make sure you guys go to Nikki Say It Now, click on Nikki Out Loud Show, and my news videos will be there. Reaction
Okay.
videos are there too for you guys to watch. So I'm gonna be making more videos. Don't worry. I'm gonna be back on my green screen. And tune into the next episode. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is our interview. This is the last of our
Okay.
interview. He's there sipping on whiskey. I got my coffee. So tune in. Tune in to the next episode. Maybe I'll have a new guest for you guys. Thank you, Dale, for being on the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, sure. Thank you for inviting me so I can tell my
Yes.
stories.
And I highly recommend checking out his online store. In the description below, it's gonna be there where you can order it and all that stuff. So I'll see you. I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you as a returning guest.
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
Okay, peace out.
Peace.